Hi and welcome to another unscripted and pretty much off-the-cuff video for our customers of Swanley Computers Limited. Today I was talking to a chap who wanted to know the difference between CC and Bcc and which one should he probably use most of the time, and he suggested it would be a good idea to make it the subject of a help video, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So I have Outlook 2021 on this computer, but the rules for this are pretty similar from Outlook 2007 all the way through up to the new Outlook 365, and they will probably work also for different email clients. But since most of our customers tend to be using Outlook, the email client, I thought I'd stick with this. So when you normally do an email and you click on New Email, you type in the name of the recipient in the to column, and here CC means that you want to copy it to somebody. So in this case I'll make it video at Swanley Computers, and I'll do something uninteresting like type the word test. So we're sending it to Jeremy at Swanley Computers and sending a copy of it to video at swanleycomputers.com. So that means when Jeremy receives it, he can see that it's also been sent to video at swanleycomputers.com, and here's proof of it. So if I open it, I can see who it's been sent to. So it's been sent to Jeremy, and it's been sent to another email address of ours called video. What happens if you don't want someone else to know who else you sent it to? Or perhaps you've got a group of people that you want to send the email to. In that case you use BCC. Now CC stands for carbon copy, and for those of us that remember this sort of thing, it was quite often a blue sheet of carbon paper that you slotted between pages 1 and 2, so that when you wrote on page 1 you'd have a carbon copy or an exact duplicate on page 2. This is very popular in the days of typewriters, when it saved people having to type the same sheet twice. However, there is one called BCC. Now you'll see that BCC isn't actually here, so if you just go to search at the top here and type in BCC field, it will come up. So this time when I send this video, this email to say video at swanleycomputers.com, and I add in here Jeremy at swanleycomputers.com, and I can put as many email addresses in this CC field as I like. So I can put info at swanleycomputers.com, or it could be any email address. This is particularly true of treasurers and that sort of thing, who might want to include 10, 15 or 20 people in the email. So how you send it is you send it to yourself. So I'm sending it to video at swanleycomputers.com. I can CC myself into it, video at swanleycomputers.com, although that isn't vital. Give it another subject. Well, I'll call it test 2 this time, just to make it interesting. So this time when I send it, it's going to be sent not just to video at swanleycomputers.com, but it'll also be sent to the other 2 or more email addresses that I may have included, but the recipient won't know that. So it's to video at swanleycomputers.com. I've actually sent myself a copy, but you can't see the other names that you sent it to. This is very useful when you're sending out 10 or 15 emails to 10 or 15 different people. If you use the CC, and they tend to use reply all, then all 15 people get a copy of their reply. But if you use BCC, then you can only reply to the person that sent it, and that's really the difference. So the good thing about using BCC is that if you have people who tend to put reply all on instead of replying to you, it could never happen, because they can only reply to the single email address, which is this one, video at swanleycomputers.com. It would also cut down a lot of spam if we tended to use BCC more often, but sadly people just reply all or forward emails. That email might contain 15, 20, 30, 50 email addresses, and these email addresses fall into the hands of spammers because they know that they're active, and therefore spam propagates like mad. So again, if you send an email and you send it to, again, like video@swanleycomputers.com, if you type names in the CC field, all those names will appear, but if you write them in the BCC field, the only name that appears is video@swanleycomputers.com, and no one else knows who else it's been sent to. And that's very useful indeed. So that's just a quick way of doing that. If you have an email client outside of Outlook, then under the help section you could look for BCC, and in there you can type the recipients within that BCC column. I hope that's kind of cleared that one up. It's fairly straightforward really. I suggest that you give it a go and play with it, and you should find that it will be very, very useful, especially if you have to send an email to 20 or 30 people and you find that one person chooses reply all, and all our inboxes could get then filled up with 15 replies to the same email. So it's a useful little thing, BCC. I suggest you give it a try. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and we'll have another video up and running for you soon. Okay, good night. Thanks.